Nice to meet you, Joseph and Georgie.
It's very interesting what you do. What about the others? Any ideas? Would you tell us what are your names, where you come from, anything about you? Interesting, Cyrene. As I can see, all the startups fall under the different sectors of the Idealab program. So let's get more into Idealab in a minute and know if you're fit for this program, what you can expect from it, if it's for your stage of the startup. But I'm very happy and excited to see the engagement from you guys. We'll be starting in a minute exactly. So are we ready to kick off our first info session for the fourth batch of the Idealab program? So how to better start our 2025 than with such a nurturing program? Let's get to know what this whole program is about. Now, first, get to meet me. Obviously, that's Romy. I'm the Seniors Programs Officer at the ACIE USEK. You'll get to hear about everything that we do. And I'll be there to support you throughout this program with my amazing colleague and manager, Rida Halbawi. He's the programs manager here at ACIE USEK, and we'll give him a word before starting with our informative session.
Thank you, Romy, for the introduction. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Rida Halbawi, Programs Manager at ACIE, of course, and I'll be working with you during the Idealab project. I'm very excited here to be with you. So I want to start with a special thank you to our partners, the Kingdom of Netherlands in Lebanon and Tech for their support to make this program a reality. Throughout the last couple of years, Idealab has supported 30 entrepreneurs in North Mount Lebanon through ISAC and the Asher Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and nearly around 150 across Lebanon, helping turn their ideas into ventures. So if you're looking to take your first step in entrepreneurship, this is the right place. So stay engaged, ask questions, take advantage of this opportunity. We look forward to see you in this batch. We will, of course, challenge you, help you grow, support you. So if you need any question, if you need any support, the team is here for you. Thank you, Romy, and back to you.
Thank you, Rida, for your motivational word. What can I say? An amazing manager. Now, moving on, guys. What if your idea could actually turn into a real product that customer loves? Are you ready to bring it to life? Well, you're gonna get it started with the Idealab program. So at first, who are we? Who's the Asher Center and what do we do? The ACIE is a university incubator that aims to empower entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs to generate impactful ventures for Lebanon. We've been running since 2017 and been running the Idealab program for the past year and a half. So what do we do at ACIE? We run different programs for all stages of the entrepreneurial journey. Let it be from the ideation and validation programs. We also run incubation and accelerator programs for when you have your product, your prototype, to boost your sales, develop and design even more your product. We give access to a co-working space here at USEK. We also contribute to educational programs and the academics by getting involved in class visits, integrating entrepreneurship education in the whole curriculum. We also organize entrepreneurship competitions and international workshops like the Entrepreneurship World Cup and some entrepreneurship international programs such as the Global Entrepreneurship Week. We also hold on-site on the premises of USEK labs. So we give you access to labs for prototyping. We hold a powerful and valuable network of experts from different industries and sectors. So we also give you access to our amazing network of experts, access to funding and investment for sure. And thanks to our board of self-made entrepreneurs, we're able to give you access to international markets. Now, let's see the whole entrepreneurial journey. I don't know if you know how it works, but I'll get you a bit familiar with it. So we all know it always starts with an idea. And this idea is usually not very clear. We're not usually very sure of what it is, how to make money out of it, what are the different features of our idea of our product and service. And this is what happens during when we're building a concept. We get to know a bit more what are the different features that we hold, what our customers want, what they don't want. We get the chance to bring it to life through a small draft. We test it, we make sure that that's what people want, that's what's feasible, what's not. Then we get to learn how to develop our product and then launch and grow. Those are, in a nutshell, Akid, in a brief, the steps to actually build a startup and a business. So we're here to support you and help you with all of that. And it all starts, إذا بتكون, in a way or another, be the Idealab program. So if you have an idea, like everyone that mentioned in the chatbot or not, we're here to support you through an Ideathon, which is a 2-3 days workshop event that takes place here at USEK. And through those 2-3 days, we help you brainstorm, come up with an idea, understand more how the whole methodology works, design thinking, and understanding the value that you bring, how to generate the solution and this idea. You'll be matched with experts, mentors, and learn from us in-house the methodology on how to come up with this idea of yours. Then you can join the Idealab program in order to validate, make sure your idea is feasible, desirable, and scalable, get the chance to work a bit on your branding, prototyping, and testing. And once you're out of the program, you graduate from the program, you'll have the chance to join some other programs that follow the Idealab program. Let it be with our amazing partner, Veritag, that we're very grateful for, such as the AgriTech or CleanTech program based on the industry that you're working on, and our new signature program here at ACIE, which is the Power Up program. Those are incubation programs to turn this prototype that you got during the Idealab program into an actual product, ready to market product, and start selling. So this is a nutshell how we can support you. Now, what can you benefit from this Idealab program? So technically, it's a 10 weeks validation program for 2 sectors, AgriFoodTech and CleanTech. And we'll get to know all of that, all about AgriFoodTech and CleanTech with our amazing experts that are going to come next. This program is hosted by the ACIE, the Asher Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship here at USEK, in collaboration with Veritag, and funded by the Embassy of the Netherlands in Lebanon. In this program, you're not only going to receive training, mentoring, and coaching, but also funds in order to develop your prototype to test the feasibility of your idea, but also to work a bit on your branding, on your market research, make sure that people actually want to see these features in your solution and get to test it to know how it would be best. So, to be more straightforward and tell you exactly what you can expect from this program, you're going to receive 5 general trainings covering the essential aspects of how to validate your solution and how to actually come up with this prototype. You're going to receive one-on-one clinics with each of the trainers to get some personalized help based on your solution and your startup. Of course, you'll receive some deliverables and get the chance to work on hands-on tools and resources to support you validate actually your solution. And you will receive tailored support from industry experts based, of course, on your needs and the gaps that you have to support you further. Now, obviously, and mainly, the benefit that most people look for is funding, but also you'll get the chance to meet a lot of people, broaden your horizon. You're going to get networking opportunities, expert guidance. You'll gain a lot of visibility for your startup as you're going to get the chance to meet new partners, be inside of a cohort, resources, be able to validate your solution, and get to meet a very supportive ecosystem, especially afterwards in the demo day, and gain credibility. So this was the program in a nutshell. And we would like to explore even more the sectors of AgriFoodTech and CleanTech. So if you don't have an idea and would like to understand what it exactly is or how to find some challenges in those areas, now we have the perfect duo to tell us more about it. I'm not going to spoil you. We have our amazing agri-food advisor at Veritech, Rima Hijazi, who's going to tell us more about the agri-food tech sector, and our amazing cluster manager at Veritech, Yusuf Yamin, to tell us more about everything related to clean tech. Honestly, we work with them a lot and we love them. We're very grateful to have them today with us. So thank you, Rima and Yusuf, for your presence. And Rima, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Romy. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. And we're super excited to be with you and to more about your ideas and to be able to answer all your questions. So as we previously mentioned, is not an easy one, but it's obviously a very interesting one, and we are happy to be with you. As Romy also mentioned, sometimes we are confused when it comes to understanding what are the challenges and how do we consider ourselves really innovating and solving a proper challenge. So me as an advisor, I will be giving you tips and tricks to think of and to take into account whenever you are trying to solve a problem or a challenge, and to see if your idea or your solution are probably targeting those challenges. Let's talk on the context of Lebanon. We all know that the Lebanese ecosystem and the Lebanese economy in the last 5-6 years, كتير عانى. And we had a lot of problems and a lot of challenges, different. Definitely it created a lot of pressure on the farmers, on the producers, in can agri-food or other stakeholders in the value chain, in can بالpackaging بالبرودكشن على الأرض, بالprocessing من basic goods ل advanced production بالagri-food and so on. So the economic change, it was the main reason, but أكيد it affected those stakeholders. So we need to go and to dig more into the problems of those people to make sure that they have a challenge where we can create a solution for and to make a business out of it. So let's say the high prices of fertilizers اللي صاروا من بعد ما صار عنا الأزمة. We know that the farmers in Lebanon, for example, they rely heavily on the imported fertilizers and on the imported raw materials for their production, and it created a challenge for them. So they were looking for alternative, and we know that back then Lebanon wasn't a producer of fertilizer. This challenge was actually an opportunity for some startups who thought about creating local products like biofertilizers, microorganisms to enhance the soil health and so on, in order to cover a specific need and solve this challenge. So from the high prices of fertilizer and agricultural input, they were able to think of creating those new innovative products to solve the challenge and support the farmers. So this is an example where we can say it was a successful model of turning those challenges into opportunity. We can mention Ramer, like it was a startup involved in the production of microorganism, and they were also enrolled in AgriTech program. They followed the same approach of validation and making sure that the challenge is present, and they were able to produce this new microorganism mix for the soil health, and they are now a successful business operating since 2022. And now if we can move to other challenges on this sector. So let's say the climate change. The climate change is the problem or the challenge that the climate is actually acting, but the farmers and the producers are definitely um, facing a lot of problems on the production level and the processing level. So we can say at this here that new techniques and the greenhouses management and the new technologies that are now implemented in the greenhouses to be able to monitor the temperature, the humidity, the conditions that are present in the greenhouses, and to link those information to the devices of the farmers. They are supporting them to prevent or to make that they have preventive action to avoid any problem caused by the climate change. So here we can see that the innovation on the processing level or on the production level as well is solving a main problem or supporting the farmers to avoid a big challenge caused by the climate change. So as I mentioned, always getting back to the farm or to the market, because to make sure that the solutions we are working on or we're focusing on are really they have a valid market or there's a proper need for it. And I think this is the most important part of the validation that Romy was explaining before. I think that the Idealab is one of the programs that will be supporting this and making sure that those ideas or those solutions you are working on are really targeting specific challenges and potentially will be successful businesses in the future. One more thing, I mentioned different examples about innovation. And when we say innovation, we have to keep in mind that we have different types of innovation. We have the innovation of the product. We can be creating product from scratch or replace a product that is already present with a new recipe, let's say, or with a new final product. And this is innovation on the product level. We also have two different innovation models we can also take into account, which are the processing innovation. Like we still have the final product, as I mentioned in the greenhouse, we still have the produce that will be harvesting by the end of the season. The way to reach out to this point of harvesting and the way we are producing is a bit different, like including new technology, monitoring, sensors, and so on. So the innovation will be not on the final product, but on the process itself, which is also considered an innovation. And we also have the third innovation, which is on the business model. So the way we are managing the whole business model and how we are generating revenues in a new way, also to improve the revenue streams of the business and so on, can also be a good example for you to think of and to tackle challenges. And of course, I will repeat it over and over again. It's the most important thing is to think about the challenges that are related to the market and to make sure that those challenges are really solved by the solution you are working on. And that's it from my side when it comes to the agri-food sector. Romy.
Thank you, Rima, for your insights. صراحة it gave us like some new perspectives on when we talked about food tech وهيك. However, as I know, you'll be sharing now some more insight about the clean tech sector.
Yeah.
So whenever you're ready, we'd be very ready.
Yeah, actually, my colleague Yusuf had a last-minute urgent matter. He wasn't able to be here. So, as I previously mentioned, when it comes to the challenges of the in the agri-food tech, it's the same approach. We have to think in the same way when it comes to solving a challenge in the clean tech. So, we're talking about the, let's say, the green energy. We know that now that the green energy and everything that is related to sustainable energy is booming and is the competition is now high. And can with the sustainable options that we have, and can solar and wind and so on, and also the regular one, the traditional ways of producing energy are also creating a challenge and can on environment and on the cost and everything. So we need to tackle those to be able to create or find solutions to solve those issues. Let's say let's talk the waste, for example. A lot of startups or SMEs and companies, and let's focus on the industry here. They produce a lot and they have a huge amount of waste that they cannot get rid of. بصير في عندهم مشاكل بالضرائب وغرامات so that are creating a heavy challenge for those big companies just because they are producing waste. So huge challenge, and we are in the process of validating this with one of the big companies. So we were having this discussion, and he was like, I would pay anyone to solve this challenge for me. So imagine the opportunities that you can think of by just looking around you and by deeping the research and to dig more into the market and understanding of the needs of the people in companies, stakeholders, producers, processors. كنت هقول farmers بس اتذكرت إن عندك clean tech, and everyone who is involved in this value chain. So the most important part is to look into those specific needs and to make sure that the ideas and the solutions, as previously mentioned, are tackling the needs of these people. Of course, it's there's a lot more when we talk about the climate change, the cost, even the policies. When we say we can be creating, we know that it's a hassle, and with everything new happening, maybe there's new models we can think of to set new policies, not to create them, but at least to facilitate them. Maybe the consultancy, the role of the people involved in promoting sustainable practice, and the way the people or to shift the mindset of the big companies into more sustainable production could be a challenge that is essential, especially that now most of the big companies are shifting towards sustainable production. So maybe tools to facilitate this on the business level could be something new to consider. The access to funding, maybe to think about new models to generate money out of the waste, for example, let's say, considering the big challenge it is creating on the companies and so on, and many more. So the most important part is to think of those specific needs and to make sure that the solutions you are working on are properly tackling those challenges. So Rida is mentioning, if anyone has any question for me or the team, please feel free to suggest or to write down your question.
I was just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kamina, for the insights that you gave and the opportunity on how to find a solution, to look into the problems of the companies that they're facing lately. So this is a great tip. So we have a question from one of the audience. Do the challenges and solutions in agri-food tech and clean tech need to be specific to Lebanon, or can they be international as well?
Of course, if it's a problem or a challenge that is international and it is valid in Lebanese context or outside, definitely we can be covering it, because we'd like to promote solutions from Lebanon to the world, and if we see potential in some international ones, so why not? And of course, the validation process with the Azure team mentor will be taking into account those points for sure.
Sorry, على المايك. Joseph, just one question. You can send a question by voice. Can we unmute him? Yes, so Joseph is now going to be unmuted for him to ask you the question directly. Joseph, now you can talk. So whenever you
Joseph?
wish, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. So we also have another question. Baikun Joseph asked this question. Can sustainable startups such as those in recycling also be profitable?
Of course they can, and we have different models of successful startups. We're tackling this specific point, but it needs a proper business planning. It needs a proper revenue streams managed to make sure that you are benefiting from this opportunity. And yeah, let's say we have Nadira, that it's a waste management startup, also graduated from CleanTech. We have LWM, Lebanese, also through the drive booth they have in different IPT stations and different stations in Lebanon. Also, they have a specific model. We had also Refuse. Also, it's another startup tackling this. So we have different startups with different models tackling this. So of course, if you have a proper business model and a clear one, it could be profitable.
So thank you, Rima, for answering the question. And we have Joseph that has his hand raised.
One second.
Yes.
Previous question was tackling recycling. I thought it's waste management. Recycling also definitely we have many startups that were relying on the waste to create new products and to sell them. Of course, when you are planned properly and you understand the market and who you're targeting through those products you are creating out of those recycled waste, definitely it can be profitable.
Thank you, Rima, for the instruction. Joseph? We can't hear you if you're talking. I think you have a problem in the microphone because we can't hear you. Do you mind typing it?
حتى لو بالعربي كتبتهم بلغة الإنترنت we don't mind.
So I think he's drafting a question. Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any question? You can shoot Rima any question.
I think
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the process? How do you apply? I think
Yes, of
Rami will be
course.
covering this. I
Yes.
think Rami will be covering this أكيد she
Exactly.
will do it way better than me.
So until Joseph is back, and
Yeah.
if Rima, you'd like to stay in the session, I'll be giving you some more
Yeah, of course.
insights into the Idealab program. So at first, is this program actually for you? Well, in order to be able to be eligible for the Idealab program, there should be at least two co-founders and the team. And those co-founders should be residing full-time. One of the co-founders should be residing full-time in Lebanon. On the other hand, it's a plus if the team is multidisciplinary with people from different expertise and background to be able to wear multiple roles and hats in the startup. Of course, a commitment, and I'll answer your question in terms of the commitment needed. And what we look for, and like you get a +1, if your idea is more of a tech-based idea, more innovative in both the agri-food tech or clean tech sector. Now, something to mention, because I've seen many startups that we already engaged with. So this program is for idea stage startups, not startups that already have a solution, a product that they're selling in the market, or startups that are already registered. But if you're a company that are launching a new product, like a new product line, a new innovative service, anything, you're welcome to apply, because it's new, not something that is already in the market, already validated, and is already selling. Last year we had last batch, not well, it was last year. So last year we had a startup that is already a company registered and everything, but was launching a new innovative product that was different from their previous product line, and they were successful. They could undertake the Idealab program and are now taking the the AgriTech program. Sorry, معودين نقول AgriFoodTech. So what's coming up next before telling you everything about the application? We have an ideathon. If you don't have an idea, or if you have an idea and would like to refine it for you to have the perfect application for the Idealab program, you can join us on the 7, 8, 9 of March at USEK. Don't worry, food is provided, experts are provided, and guidance is there to help you generate your business idea. We also have many activities to support you, some talks organized before the Idealab program that could inspire you and help you. So follow us at ACIE USEK for more details about those events and activities. Now we really hope you join us during the Ideathon, so you'll have to apply on a specific link whenever we post about it or send an email, as you'll be able to really refine your idea and understand a bit how it all works, how programs works. And most of the people that participate in the Ideathon, like most of the teams, get selected as they have how to say, an edge. So yes. Now, in terms of application, for the application process, you can find the link to apply in our email and our communication. Now, whenever we're done with the session, you will receive an email from us with the link to apply. The application will cover all the areas in terms of the startup information when it comes to sharing what's the problem you're working on, the solution you're working on, the impact, understanding a bit what differentiates you from the other people, and everything about you and your teammates, who you are, your expertise, your skills, etc. Now, interested to apply to the Idealab program. When and how does it go? So you should apply before March 16. Once you apply, you either get accepted for pitch interviews or get rejected. If you're rejected, you can try again next batch. Next batch is gonna happen very soon. So هيك ما بنخليكم تنطروا كتير. If you're accepted, and hopefully you're gonna be accepted, we have 20 startups that will undertake a pitching workshop to be ready for pitch interviews, and will come to here to ACIE USEK to do your pitch interviews. We're gonna be pitching for around 10 minutes in total, questions and pitch in front of judges in both sectors, AgriFoodTech and CleanTech, as well as business people. And if you're accepted from the 20 startups, you will join the Idealab program that will start in mid-April and end in mid-June. Hopefully, of course, ending up with a beautiful demo day to showcase your prototype and your findings at the end of the program. And if you're not successful, you can try again the next batch. Then it's going to be very soon, as I told you, in the next couple of months, hopefully. And maybe you're going to get the chance to participate to the AgriTech or CleanTech program right after the Idealab program. Now we have 30 startups graduating so far the Idealab here at ACIE. We have amazing success stories and a lot of them that joined multiple programs and are now growing and growing to build their final product. So I see a lot of questions in the Q&A. Guys, I think that's it when it comes to the presentation, the details. So I already see a lot of people that asked any question, but if you have any, please shoot me either in the Q&A or in the chat, and I'm gonna start replying to your amazing questions. So, is having a technical team necessary for an AgriFoodTech or CleanTech startup? So, as I mentioned, it's a plus if you have a multidisciplinary and complementary team. So, if we have like one person responsible of the technicalities that have some kind of background in agri-food or clean tech or maybe engineering or sciences in general, maybe someone else in business. However, we understand very well that your idea is not the final one, and a lot of pivoting will be occurring, or a lot of people might join later on your startup. So it's really based on your application and your overall attitude, like when we get to meet you and everything. So it really depends on that. And if you need maybe a technical member to join you later, we'd be happy to help you match with someone that is aligned with you and with your needs. So what are the key requirements for getting accepted into the program? So, Rida, would you like us to reply to this question?
Thank you, Romy. Yes, so to give them some information about what are the requirements. Of course, they should be solving a solution to a certain problem. The solution needs to be innovative. There should be a tech element, of course, in their solution. Then, since this is a program that aims to help you come up with a prototype, so it should be feasible to be able to do a prototype or an MVP during the 3 months program. Also, you need to have or be able to articulate your unique value proposition. You need to have a team that is multidisciplinary, just as what Romy said, and you should be committed to the program. So regarding the key requirements, these are the requirements. Plus, the final one would be that your solution needs to be tackling one of the two sectors, which is agri-food tech. So anything related to agriculture technology or food technology or clean technology and solutions that will have a positive impact on the environment. Back to you, Rim.
Thank you, Rida. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, perfect. Sorry, فكرت علق. So thank you, Rida, for your guidance and instruction. So what is meant by experts in the context of the program? When we have access to industry specialists, business mentors, or technical advisors? Thank you very much for this question. So technically, it really depends on your needs and on your startup. So technically, أكيد you're going to be meeting business coaches and business trainers throughout the program, as they will be your trainers, and you're going to be sitting with them through clinics to understand more. I'm sorry, can you hear me? Sorry, كتير عم بعلق عندي في السمر. Okay, perfect. Yes. To understand more how the validation works, how it is to build your startup, understand the feasibility, understand scalability, business modeling, وكل هالقصص. Now, in terms of industry specialists, نحن we're going to be doing a needs assessment with you, with your trainers, and ask you multiple questions. إنه هيك نعمل the needs assessment. وهذا الأساس you'll be able to know what are exactly your needs to match you مع experts, for example, in AI and AgriFoodTech and CleanTech حسب exactly أنتوا شو عايزين. Now, we have to be registered, right? No, بالعكس, you should not be registered. This is for idea stage startups, so we really much expect you not to be registered. If the idea is a new product that is healthy and helps in a certain way, is it accepted or no? For it to be healthy, I think it targets agri-food, so it's maybe a food product. If yes, it does. Is it necessary to have a team? Yes, أكيد it's necessary to have a team of 2 people minimum. Okay, let's see here. Can we make programs related to sport? Can you give me some more insights? What exactly in sport? What do you mean by do you actually and exactly mean by program? لأنه if it helps in any way, anything related to renewable energy or sustainability, sustainable development, I don't think it's related to food in any way, but if it can be, it can target sustainability and renewable energy related to sports. I need to know what exact problem you're trying to tackle. But if so, it can, of course, fall under the clean tech sector. Would launching a new olive brand qualify? Yes, of course. Do we have any additional question? Did anyone reply to my question? Because I was disconnected. Joseph, we couldn't hear your question. I don't know if you asked it anywhere, بس أنا ما شفته.
Romy, I will hop in here because Joseph did ask his question in the chat. Unfortunately, our AgriTech expert could not stay مع the meeting, but we can save this question and send it to Rima again in order to get a response. Or we can get back to you regarding your question because it's a little bit technical and I don't think we can help you. I will as well reply to George's question, which mentioned how many hours are we committing to. for the training and the mentoring part. So already Romy mentioned that there will be 5 training sessions. And then for each training session is around 4 hours. They will be happening on Saturdays. And then clinics, which is meeting with the trainer who gave you the workshop, but one-on-one. They will happen throughout the week. So we are talking about, if you wanna talk يعني على 3 أشهر عم نحكي about maybe 4 to 5 hours on average of commitment. As well لأنه حيكون في deliverables that you need to work on, and you will also be working on your prototypes, developing these prototypes. So this takes time, and sometimes for a team more than another. And then there is a question I saw a question for Serene. So Serene is asking when the program starts. So the applications will be open for the program from mid-January to mid-March, and the program will commence on April. This is the questions going up. ما بعرف إذا في something new, but we can get
Yes.
back to you.
I'm going to continue with the questions. So we have someone that asked, where can we read about success stories of previous startups or know which ideas have been done before? Thank you for the questions. So I'm going to be sharing with you the link on the chat button. Yeah, on the chat box now to our website and learn more about the different startups that were with us in the 3 different batches with a description. Some of them have a website, social media, and you can hear about what they do. We have many that are still operating and working and joined many of our programs and partner programs. So also, if you'd like to contact them, get to know more about their experience, they're very helpful and supportive. Someone asked if the program will be in USEK, right? Yes, so the training sessions will be taking place on site here at USEK on Saturdays. We understand that most of you will be having commitments during the week, let it be a university or full-time job, so totally understand that. On the other hand, the clinics and expert sessions will be taking place online, so you can book them based on your availability and the availability of the trainers and experts. So guys, any additional question? No more coming our way? I guess you have a question. And the program and the sessions are all free. Thank you, Elisa, for this question. Yes, the whole program is for free. بالعكس نحن رح نكون عم ندفع لكم. So don't worry about it. رح نكون عم نعطيكم كمان $1,500 to be used as funding for your prototype and marketing, branding, any sort of validation needed. And أكيد نحن we're gonna be advising you on how to manage the grant, how to use your funds in a sustainable way to actually help you the most build your startup. Yes. Any last minute question? Yeah, I think we do. No, we don't. So I guess that's it, guys. Before closing our session, I would be very grateful if you could fill up the feedback form. You have the QR code here on the screen, as well as the link that Rida shared now in the chat box. So we would love for you to share with us your feedback. If you need or have any question and would like to learn more, you can contact us directly at ACIE. You can also check our website if you have any concerns or would like to learn more. And he included the link to register directly. Thank you for joining us. We're very happy that we got the chance to engage with you and get to meet you, and hope to see you all in the Idealab program or Ideathon. Thank you for your time and enjoy your day.